Second leg of the quarterfinals returns and everything is at stake. Let us start with Atletico Madrid versus FC Barcelona. Atletico Madrid holds a 2-0 advantage going into this tie, and they are also home at the Metropolitano, which makes it twice difficult for Barcelona. That is not a secret. And history favors Atletico Madrid in this tie. They have met 5 times. Atletico Madrid has won 3 of those, drawn 1, and Barcelona had only a single victory. And 7 goals in favor for Atletico Madrid, 3 for FC Barcelona. So I tell you what, this is not looking good for FC Barcelona. However, though, let us get to tactics. We know Barcelona love to control the game. They love possession and they love to press you high up to make sure they don't give you a lot of spaces. They want to make sure you operate in as small spaces as possible. Well, I think Atletico Madrid will love that because they are going to counter that with a mid block and also long passes to release their wingers. You know what it means when that high line step even further high up. And I think that is going to be the case because Barcelona is going into this game with a 2-goal deficit. So there's that desperation, all right? There is that urgency for them to at least get a goal as soon as possible and try to stretch Atletico Madrid. So for Atletico Madrid, like I said, they will welcome Barcelona. They were willing to sit in our mid block and release those runners that are called the ghost runners to take advantage of Barcelona high line. So it is as easy as try to get a ball to the wings as best as possible to Ademola Lookman or Giuliano Simeone, and they can release Antoine Griezmann or Julian Alvarez. Now, that is the way I see it. But there is a card, and I call that an ace card for Diego Simeone, and a lot of people will talk about him a lot, and that is Alexander Soloth. I talked about him in the first preview, and he came on and scored. Now, he gives Atletico Madrid a different tactical approach because with a guy like that, he's a giant. All right, so he gives you that vertical approach or that direct football where you play long to him. His responsibility is to win the first ball. And then Atletico Madrid can just pounce on the second ball and create attacking opportunities off of that. So either he can play to the wing, release the wingers, and then he can run to the box, and then they can play the crosses. And once Alexander Soloth connects, it's a problem. So with that area dominance, that is something Atletico Madrid and Diego Simeone have in their locker. So that will be a threat for FC Barcelona. Now, this is not going to go any other way, but that is the tactical approach I'm seeing from both coaches. Let us try to predict the starting 11, and we're going to start with Atletico Madrid. Now, in goal, obviously, Juan Mos is going to be in goal. Molina at right back, at left back, Ugari, center back pair is going to be Lino Mar and Clement Longley. That is because Mark Pubil is suspended and David Hanchko is injured. So let's go to the midfield. Koke, Llorente, right midfield, Giuliano Simeone, left midfield, Ademola Lookman, and a strike partnership of Antoine Griezmann and Julian Alvarez. Over to Atletico Madrid. Now, that is a flat 4-4-2 for Atletico Madrid, I should say. Over to FC Barcelona. It is a 4-2-3-1. Obviously, in goal, Joan Garcia. At right back, Jules Koundé. At left back, I think it's going to be Cancelo. Now, Pau Kobasi was given a red card. It was a straight red card, so he's not going to be available. So the center-back player for FC Barcelona, I think, will be Eric Garcia alongside Ronald Araujo. The reason is because maybe, for those set pieces, I think Barcelona will hope Ronald Araujo can at least connect with also the area threat of Robert Lewandowski. So I think he could start maybe in the place of Gerard Martin. But in the midfield, a double pivot, Frankie de Jong is back, so I expect him to start alongside Pedri. And then Marcus Rashford we play on the left side, on the right side, Lamine Yamal and Fermin Lopez will play behind Robert Lewandowski. Now, domestically, Atletico Madrid lost to Sevilla, but we know Atletico Madrid was really done with La Liga. Okay, all their eggs are in a single basket, and that is the Champions League basket. So they lost. Barcelona had a hefty win against Espanyol. That is the Barcelona derby, although it is a small one. But however, a derby is a derby. Well, I hope Barcelona did not score all their goals because they scored 4. They scored 4. I think they should have saved some against Atletico Madrid for the more. But anyways, that is the predicted 11. Let me get to my prediction of this game, right? Diego Simeone. Tactical discipline. Defensive masterclass. At home, at the Metropolitano. I don't think he's going to mess this up. A 2-0 advantage. I think Atletico Madrid will eliminate Barcelona. The question is how? And I also think with the desperation of Barcelona, the urgency for them to score, and with that high line, which is not going to change, that is going to be the approach. I think it is vulnerable. That high line will always be vulnerable. It is highly risky. So I think Atletico Madrid is going to get opportunities to go on and even win a game tomorrow. Yeah, so I'm going to see a win for Atletico Madrid here. The best I can see for Barcelona is a draw. Is a draw. But let me know what you think in the comment section, and we'll get back to give a post-match analysis, obviously, and our reaction. But until then, y'all stay blessed. Peace out and catch you later. And do not forget to like, subscribe, follow, and share this content so you can promote this channel together. Peace out.